Hey guys, it's September 15th, and that means it is the 1 year anniversary of Undertale. And since I didn't really talk that much about the game itself in the first video I made about it back in November, December, I was just more talking about the fandom and how like fandom affects things, I guess. So I want to talk a little bit about the game itself, since I hadn't really talked about it, and it's been a year since the game's come out, and I guess the hype has sort of died down now. I mean, there are still people that sing its praises, and I see a lot of content for it, both like fan art, fan music, fan videos, fan animations, and all that. But the hype for the game didn't really die down that much until about like 6 months after it came out, which for an indie title that isn't that long is very impressive. And I do admire the fact that it was created mostly by one guy, Toby Fox. There are very few games that I've played that are mostly created by one person, like Cave Story, Dust and Elysium's Tale, and now Undertale that I've played. And just knowing that alone makes it a very impressive feat that he actually made something like that good and then it just exploded in popularity. Though there are reasons why it's popular. It's not popular just because people just got on the bandwagon, though I guess some people kinda did. The game has some great designs, some great characters, excellent music, which he actually did the music too, which is also really impressive. I'm just astounded how good each track is in the game. But there's one thing about the game that I hear people either hate or love, and that's the gameplay itself. Like, I've heard from my friends that they like the story, but they don't like the gameplay. But the thing is, I don't think the game would be as effective if it wasn't for the gameplay. Not that the gameplay is anything fun, really, but the fact that it subverts expectations about what you're supposed to do in an RPG, which I think is the real reason why it got so popular in the first place. The game subverted expectations just like its influence, Earthbound. At least that's why I think it got so popular. And if you still haven't played it, and if you haven't played it because of the hype, I understand, because some things can get overhyped and then there's just like no expectation that it can meet that will like live up to the hype. But if you haven't played it and you have no idea about anything about the game, that is the best way to go into it. So if you can go into it blind, definitely do so. I unfortunately wasn't able to go into it completely blind, but there were some things that I wasn't expecting that did catch me by surprise. But anyway, happy 1 year anniversary to Undertale. It will most likely live on to be recognized as one of those great indie titles. With how much attention it garnered since its release, I'm surprised if it wouldn't be. So if you've played Undertale or not, tell me what you think about it. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, by now we're getting a bit used to winter. We're like soldiers in the middle of a campaign, growing hardened to discomfort and better able to take